makes my blood boil because I see so much of things that make Lightning vulnerable as things that haven't ever stopped. They keep Black communities vulnerable to these market elements, and then they say, oh, well,
Could
it's
you
not worth
film me?
investing in.
I'm gonna go up there.
Well, you were supposed to invest in it. You were the public services that are meant to do this money. And just like, because you really like that, like, because you mentioned Cloud City, it's really the same thing going on with this park. They say we don't deserve these amenities. And it's just really so frustrating. And I just wanted to know, what does it do? Like, how do you manage that feeling whenever you drive through that park at Atlanta? Whenever you have to visit the Mercedes or the Congress Center? Or and anyone else who is
Whenever I go over there, now majority of us attend Mary McCall with Boom.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So my biggest thing when I go over there, when I just see the school. So in my child mind, I proceed singing my elementary school song. That was something that attached me to the neighborhood. Because that song, and I'm gonna tell you, I'll be 60 this year, and I still know that song. Because that is my connection to life. I still know it. I would love to sing your sons and daughters come to you, dear Bethune, dear Bethune. In all the years we cherish you, we love you, dear Bethune. That was just one part of it. It's still there, but they got a new name for the school, and that hurt my heart too. Yeah, they changed the name. But the best part was, Bethune's the school that we all love. Boom, boom, I'm not a singer. But I want to sing.
And I have one kind of question. I just wanted to know, what was the relocation like, especially for those who rented? And did y'all ever have moments where you particularly felt like you weren't at home in Atlanta all of a sudden?
How did you feel when y'all had to move? I know you left at a certain time, but for me, I had already left the area of my mother, like I said.
You were in college?
Yeah, but I might start crying if I talk about how I really felt. I get emotional about a lot of things in life, and that's one of them when I think about my childhood. The name.
Honestly, it makes me cry when
Go ahead, Clyde. And that's the beautiful part about life. See, no matter where we went, we came back to Kennedy and Booker T. Washington High School. That's what drew us back together. No matter where we saw each other, we know in our heart was light. Right. So when we come around, we from light, and we don't even have to say it. It's a look that we had. It's the hug, because we knew where we came from. So I didn't want to move to that place they call Hunter Street. and then we had to catch a ride back to Bethune. Because we going to Bethune. And the thing is, it happened to go back to Mount Gilead, but we never forgot each other. Amen. That's what kept us together. Even now, when I look at Dupree, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, for us that's over there, the majority of us sent their kids on to college. And that's what we did, because we understood what the charge was.
Yeah.
And we keep that charge even today. So, amen.
Hello. I'm another Dupree. My name is Reginald Dupree. I'm a product of the Lightening community. Bethune, Washington High. I went to school in Ohio, Wilberforce University. But what I hated about when they took Lightening, Georgia, because that's the way we looked at it. It was a city within a city. And that's what my young crew called it, Lightening, Georgia. And we tore up everything in the city to make money. We made money as little boys. We was more like a tribe, a group that went out and found bottles. We sold bottles, we sold cans, we sold copper. We did what we had to do back then. And we did everything together. So I was in college at the time when the destruction of Lightening, Georgia came. So when it came, you had some awful feelings with everybody from Lightening. The first thing, when they started building the Georgia Dome, and I'm gonna tell you, we were destructive. Well, we got paid, but we did what we did. So anyway, like my sister said, she was about that life, I was about it, and most people from Lightening was about that life. And I felt that my mom and her brothers and sisters, it was 9. So my granddad, he was one of the fortunate ones that owned a house in Lightening. So you got 9 kids and you give them $18,000 for that house. Was it 14? That's even less than what I've been thinking for all these years. 14. So we didn't profit from it because the money probably was spent before they got it in their hands. So when they started building the Georgia Dome, the first thing I said, I'll never attend the Georgia Dome. Unless one of my kids do something spectacular and go to the dome. And I'll go. But for years, I never went until my high school played football in the Georgia Dome. That was my first visit in years. Because I didn't want to spend no time in the Georgia Dome, the convention center, because I felt that, like everybody else, that they came in and took that land and kicked us out. To this day, I still feel like that. Like everybody else say, they need to do something. They haven't put a plaque or sign or anything about this once was. You ride through Cabbage Town, they say Cabbage Town community. You ride through Reynolds Town, they say this was Reynolds Town. They don't have any markers saying we was there. You know, so it's a lot of the people that got up every morning in Lightening, starved in the morning, and went to bed hungry at night. We remember. We remember. And so I don't know what we're going to do or what we got to do to get some respect here in 2023, but somebody needs to do more than what they're doing. I'm talking about down at City Hall. They need to listen and they need to act. Just like they act with everybody else, they need to act with us and give us something that we can be proud of. Right there on Northside Drive, Simpson Road, I don't care what they do, but they need to do something in honor of Lightening, Georgia.
Dr. Thomas, did you have a question?
Hello, beautiful people. I'm almost in tears. I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna try not to cry. I feel so honored standing here looking at you. I feel like I know you. You're looking at me like, who the heck is that? Tillman Ward is probably the only one who knows me besides Reverend Banks. But I know all of you. I know your spirit. I know your love. And I loved you so much that I did a book called Who Lived Here, Where Did They Go? Can you repeat after me? Who lived here?
Who lived here?
Where did they go?
Where did they go?
I did this monograph. And the first group was Lightening. You see these steps right here? People ride by these steps on Northside Drive. It don't mean nothing to them. It don't mean nothing to them, but it meant something to me. I said, why these steps still here? I remember the houses. I came down here from Gary, Indiana in 1960 because my mother insisted on me going to Spelman College where I didn't want to go. I wanted to go with my friends to Indiana University, Hilton, Chicago, to Boston. Okay, them places. And my mother said, I went to Spelman, your daddy went to Morehouse. You're going down south. Best thing ever happened to me. And I remember these neighborhoods. These steps right here, they're still there. I said, y'all know anything about them steps? We don't know about, nobody knows anything about the steps. So I decided to take a picture of the steps. And Archbishop John Lewis said, you need to find Reverend Jerome Banks. I found Jerome Banks and Tillman Ward, and the rest is history. I have one book, I had 1,000. They left like this, because I went through 27 neighborhoods, Blandstown, Jenningstown, Beaver Slide, all them places that we own that land. People talk about we moved in Lennox. We own Lennox. What y'all talk about? We moving over in y'all's neighborhood in Howe Mill. We own Howe Mill. Yeah. Mr. Reynolds, we live in Reynoldstown. He was black. Do you even know yourself, your own history? So I'm grateful for these guys because when I looked up his Lightning, I found Lightning Struck. I said, oh my God, this article is off the chain, Mr. Ward. So the Absalom Jones Center, I give them credit for working. We did a collaborative work. I have no more of these. I have business cards that has the site. If you go on the site, you can get the book. Download free. Here's what I want to say. Thank you for Lightning Struck. Because I got so much. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Banks, for what you're doing in your book. I heard about the Duprees and I'm now looking at them. I can't believe I'm looking at them. Looking at the Duprees, I heard so much about y'all. The Wilsons, I heard about y'all. I'm just so happy. I know you say, who is this silly woman? One, I'm happy to be here. I'm a 3 times cancer survivor, and this has been my thing to do, is the research. I teach at Clark University, and so I retired, when I retired from Delta Airlines, so let me tell you about these steps. Jerome lived at the top of one, and who was the other? Donzella's mama, the man who did the, what did he have up there? Mr. Emory. Mr. Emory did the coal and the wood. Who remembers that? That's your I'm done. Okay, so let me just give you that part. So Donzella, Miss Delta Airlines, me, when Donzella said, we have to go get the cake, and my mama cooked cakes for the Delta Airlines law department. I said, okay, I'll go with y'all. So we came to a place, top of these stairs, to Mr. Emory's house, because her mother was took care of his wife first and then became his wife. Okay, yes. Miss Stella. So we had to go pick up the cake. So I tell people, y'all can talk about anything you want, but I've been up these stairs. I know all about this right here. I know all about Lightning. I was happy to be over there. So I'm a proud, assigned myself, ad hoc member of the Lightning community. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, sis.